and hit the spot.
So topical back with another video. I'm Strange Wang, he is Nate. Today we're doing a bracket to find out what is the best baseball movie of all time. He'll tell you how we squash these beefs on the disagreements we have in the bracket, and then we'll go from there.
So 2 movies come up on the screen, we decide which one's the best, and moves on. If we agree, great, really easy. If we disagree, we play rock, paper, scissors to decide. But the only other rule is if one of us has seen both the movies, but the other person has only seen one of the movies or none of the movies, then the person who's seen both of them gets to decide on their own. First up, we have Angels in the Outfield versus Moneyball.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Moneyball.
Yep, for sure. Although I did really, really love Angels in the Outfield when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal childhood classic.
Yeah. A League of Their Own versus Major League.
I haven't seen a League of Their Own, but my heart says Major League.
Yeah, like, that's really... It's an interesting matchup because they're so different. But, you know, A League of Their Own has a lot more drama going on in it and stuff like that. And Major League does a really good job, I think, of balancing, like, the dramatic storyline. I wouldn't call it drama, but it has a dramatic storyline and the comedy and all that stuff. But Major League is more about baseball. So I'm going to go Major League because it's funny and it's probably like within my top 3 favorite baseball movies of all time.
Same.
42 versus Bull Durham.
So Bull Durham isn't my favorite baseball movie of all time.
Yeah.
I dig it. It's a good watch every few years. Not something I'm like, oh, I need to watch. I get a hankering for.
Right.
But 42 is so like white rice.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
That shit lame as fuck.
Yeah.
It's not even Remember the Titans cheesy good.
Right. And it's like it's really, really rare for Hollywood to make like more than one biopic about the same person. But like Jackie Robinson has a really dope story, and so like I would like to see a better Jackie Robinson biopic get made personally. But even though 42 is, I agree with everything you said, it still like does what it needs to do, and I don't like Bull Durham, so I would pick 42 personally.
First rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Dang.
Terrible.
Hardball versus Rookie of the Year. I've never seen Hardball. So
Rookie of the Year is a very fun movie, childhood movie about baseball. Mm-hmm. Hardball is fucking hilarious to me.
Is it like the Bad News Bears, but for baseball?
The Bad News Bears is baseball. But yes.
That's true. I don't know what I was
So it's really kind of like more the Mighty Ducks because Keanu Reeves gets in trouble and he has to like coach his team.
Yeah.
And obviously like the hood. Mm-hmm. So they get a bunch of shit from not playing the game the correct way.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Hardball because Baby G. G Money. G Baby. I haven't seen him in a long time. Maybe I should have went Rookie of the Year then.
I don't know that either of them would have really made it past.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine. Moneyball versus Major League.
I don't like this matchup.
Yeah, this is really tough.
Top 3.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say which one I rewatch because rewatchability is a huge point for me. But I rewatch them both.
I was about to say
like once a year.
Yeah, I like Moneyball is like one of my background movies. Like anything Aaron Sorkin did, and for some reason a lot of like Scorsese like mob movies. Like I just have no problem putting these movies on in the background, dude. When I tell you that
someone who hates Goodfellas,
technically. Like, I haven't watched it, but, like, if you looked at, like, my Netflix log, I have watched The Irishman, like, 11 times. Because I just put it on in the background and, like, type reports and, like, Christ. Yeah, it is really tough. Honestly, as soon as they both popped up, I kind of already knew what my answer was, which for me is Moneyball. And I think it's just, like, I love Major League. So like one of the very few movies that like can consistently make me laugh out loud, And I also love that, like, even though it is like kind of a spoof movie,
Yeah.
it still really has like a solid story, and they pay attention to the story, and like the characters, like they don't necessarily get like fleshed out and super developed, but like they all have their own unique personality that stands out in a way that doesn't make it feel like they need a bunch of fleshing out. But Moneyball, I think, just like it being much more grounded and like about real, like true baseball, and like kind of the heart of it, just like is a little bit more attractive to me, and so I'm gonna take Moneyball.
That makes two of us.
Yeah,
Hard decision.
yeah.
But that's it.
Hardball versus 42.
I mean, you can just click on one. I think Moneyball's
Yeah, that's fair.
toppling
Yeah, I picked a movie I've never seen.
and Moneyball.
Yeah.
How dramatic.
The Bad News Bears versus the Bad News Bears. Did you also make this one?
Yeah, bro. Put some respect on my name, son. 1970s, Walter Matthau, Bad News Bears, favorite baseball movie of all time, one of my favorite comedies of all time. Walter Matthau is a freaking trip, and the kids are incredibly funny. Bad News Bears, OG 70s.
Yeah, the Billy Bob Thornton one sucks. It's not good. I don't really think the original's that good, but it's better than the remake. The Natural versus For Love of the Game.
Sam Raimi just shouldn't make baseball movies.
Sure.
So I'm going with The Natural. Natural's like, it has this weird, like I get like it's from like the 80s,
Yeah.
but like it has this weird, almost like vintage.
Yeah, well,
I don't know how, it has this X factor. I can't put my finger on.
Yeah, so I feel like The Natural comes from a time when like baseball was still like truly America's pastime in terms of sports. And so it, like, a lot of baseball movies just have this like somehow inherent nostalgia built into them. And I think part of it has to do with like that baseball as a game is like a lot slower of a game than most other sports. And so even when you have the scenes where you're in the game, it's like it's not constant, like so you can have these moments where like you can let the announcer talk while nothing is happening on the field, and it feels natural. It doesn't feel like you, like in football movies, it's like, okay, well, hasn't the play clock expired by now? Like they've been on the field in the huddle for like 10 minutes while this announcer's, or while we're hearing exposition from people on the sidelines. But in baseball movies, it works so well because it's like it takes time for them to change pitchers. It takes times for teams to switch the field on innings. Like, you know, an at bat can last, 2-3 minutes, like, a, depending on how it's going on and like all that stuff. So, I really like that. I don't hate The Natural. I think it's fine. I did not like For Love of the Game.
I really like The Natural. And another thing you like kind of like led my brain to touch on it is baseball movies, because it's a pitcher,
Yeah.
and it's not really a team when you're on offense.
Yeah.
It has this more personal feel than a lot of sports movies do because of that.
Sure. Yeah.
That's one thing I love about The Natural. And unpopularly, The Natural has the greatest lightning bolt in movie history. Sorry, Harry Potter, but
Field of Dreams versus The Benchwarmers.
sometimes you just need movies to fill out the list.
It's true.
Now, I'm rethinking my top 3 favorite baseball movies.
Okay.
So I said that about Moneyball and Major League.
Yeah.
God damn, Field of Dreams is so fucking good.
Great movie, man. It's
Like,
so good.
The top 5 baseball movies is one of the hardest lists we've ever made on Southern Topical, and I don't remember the order off my head,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be a battle for sure.
Yeah. Obviously, we're both picking Field of Dreams in this specific matchup. The Sandlot versus Fever Pitch.
I like Fever Pitch, but Sandlot is the movie that makes me, other than mid-90s, it's the movie that makes me the most jealous of childhood and not
Sure.
having that for myself. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Fever Pitch is not a terrible rom-com. And honestly, the whole story behind them filming it is really cool too, because they, like, no one expected the Red Sox to win, and they literally wrote the movie, like the ending of the movie, with the expectation that the Red Sox were going to lose, but then they won. And so, like, a lot of that stuff toward at the end of the movie is like they just kind of had to make it up on the spot, and I think it worked really well. So that is really cool, and makes this to me more of a baseball movie than it would have been had it worked out on its own. But The Sandlot is like a quintessential like baseball movie. Like, if you were talking about baseball movies, if The Sandlot isn't one of the first movies you bring up, whether it's like even in your personal top 3 or 5 or whatever, it's like you have to talk about The Sandlot. So, Bad News Bears versus The Natural.
I'll have to go with the Bad News Bears.
I really think that movie's stupid. Like, I just really do. And so it's going to be a lot of rock, paper, scissorsing. Well, unless I win right now, because I'm definitely picking The Natural.
I want to go rock. I should have went rock.
I'm so happy that's like, I don't have to worry about that being in the final against an actually good baseball movie.
Stugats.
Field of Dreams versus The Sandlot.
As much as I love both these movies, it's clear as... Well, I was going to make a joke about the ghost, but they're not very clear at all. Field of Dreams.
Yeah, The Sandlot is a movie about how important baseball can be to little kids. In terms of, building friendships. And, like, in the main character's story, like, team sports in general, getting shy kids out of their shell and, like, helping make them a part of something. And that's wonderful. But Field of Dreams is about, like, the importance of baseball as a whole. Even though it is kind of really just about, like, this one dude using baseball as a way to reconnect to his dad. Ultimately, they're both about sports connecting people, and Field of Dreams is just like a little bit more mature story of that, and maybe one that I just relate to more now as an adult. So
yeah, and Kevin Costner wasn't on the internet smashing dudes' Jeeps with weights.
Right, that's true. Wait, did I click the wrong thing?
Yes.
Well, I
love it.
It doesn't matter. He still lost.
Bro, let's use the arrow, dog.
So, Field of Dreams or The Natural?
Field of Dreams beats The Natural.
Yeah.
But for what I see...
Would you pick
Bad
News Bears over Field of Dreams?
Movie. Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
That's not very nice.
And in the final, Moneyball versus Field of Dreams. The correct final. This is like really, really difficult.
Because on one hand, you have a movie about the behind the scenes of baseball.
Right.
And then one is the meaning of baseball.
Yeah.
And the importance of it. And it's hard because neither of these are truly about baseball, It's like the science behind it.
But they are about baseball.
So it's weird. It's not like a player. I usually go on how things make me feel.
Yeah.
And if we're going by that, it's Field of Dreams all day.
Mm-hmm.
However, a movie about a situation has never made me feel more than Moneyball. I'm never more invested in a movie about a thing than I have been in Moneyball.
Yeah, it's really tough because, like, since Moneyball is about an actual MLB team, it's like I watch postseason baseball. Other than that, like, I don't watch it. There's, like, just to me, there's way too many games. But I do really like baseball and the way it works and, like, its importance in history and all of these wonderful stories that we've gotten about baseball. And so the fact that Moneyball gets me so invested in a team that I could easily just Google the real life outcome of, but like I don't want to. Like you want them to win so bad in this movie, because of everything that he's gone through, like Billy Bean in the movie, and also because it's like he essentially is just putting this ragtag like team together of like a bunch of players that either no one else really wanted or they just weren't valued as much as they should have been. And so everyone really likes an underdog story. It's like built into our core for some reason. So it's like that's really special. But then in the beginning when you were like Fielder, like one's about the behind the scenes of baseball and the other one's about the importance of baseball. And then I was like, yeah, I agree with that. And then I was like, well, okay, well that just makes me want to pick Field of Dreams because it is about like the importance of baseball. And then so I guess really what it boils down to is Field of Dreams is about how important baseball is to people. And then Moneyball is about how important baseball is to people within baseball. But it wouldn't matter if the fans also didn't care that much. So I feel like I just talked myself in a whole ass circle because I did, and I still don't really know what I want to pick.
I feel like Moneyball is more baseball oriented.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Moneyball.
Yeah, so after I just like talked to myself in a circle and I looked back down at the posters, my heart immediately jumped Moneyball. And I don't know if it's like a vibes thing or what, but like this movie just makes baseball feel really important. And Field of Dreams makes baseball feel really important to his character. And so I think I'm going to take the more broader one, which I think is Moneyball.
Same.
Yeah.
Because this is the best, not our personal favorites.
Oh, so, Mr. Bad News Bears.
Oh, gotta do what you can. But Sun Topical, greatest baseball movie, our opinion is Moneyball. I think that's fair. I think not a lot of people would disagree with that. But if you do, put in the comment section down below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video if you would like, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button.
You should have put Summer Catch instead of Bench Warmers.
Well, I wasn't going to put Trouble with a Curve, but I was like, eh.
It's not a game, it's a